guys, how are you? Hope all you guys are doing well. It's a really rainy weekend in New York, and I thought I would share some of the progress I have made on the film. I'm making a short film which is about two characters encounter in the customs, and I'm basically journaling the process. The film is about something that happened to me a while ago. What happened was that I was going through the customs in the airport in JFK, and I had a bunch of things with me. I was stopped at the customs, and the custom agent would just throw away the food that was in my luggage. I obviously the agent was in the right, and I had things like meat and conserved meat and things like that you're not supposed to bring in. But the thing was that these food items was put in my suitcase by my mom, and I felt that they have some sentimentality, sentimental values for me. So when they were being thrown in the garbage, I was like, feeling this weird sting. But I couldn't do anything, and even the agent was sort of sympathetic to it, but he was kind of doing his job, and I was basically okay with him doing it. So that was the idea, and based on that I wrote a script. Okay, so in the initial version of the script, sorry about the noise. This is my house is right on the landing, path of JFK. So you hear these planes. Anyhow, yeah. So in the initial version of the script, which was based on what happened to me, I put this guy who essentially just comes through the customs, and the customs stops him, and he has to show his suitcase, and then within his suitcase he has these like items that are not allowed, and the officer just throws them, and of course he gets emotional or pissed a little bit. And then I thought about, okay, what's next? That sense of sort of fairness pushed me to have this guy have something over the customs officer. And what is that? I thought that if he smuggles opium in, if he smuggles something in successfully, then he is basically square with the officer. And opium in this case, because I decided to set the character to be an Iranian guy, and in Iran the most popular drug of choice, if you may, is, which is not, I don't know how popular it is. I've been out for a while, but back then, 10, 15 years ago, it was opium, which is essentially, it's an unprocessed heroin. So yeah. And it's something that's like a gooey material, which is kind of brown. So I did some research on it as well. Anyhow, so the guy comes out of the airport, and then in the taxi, when he's in the taxi, he turns into this other character.
A fucking cab, and I hail it, and I just get in. And this driver, he just kept talking to me, and I'm fucking tripping balls. And I'm telling him, please, just give me.
He looks like a drug dealer now, and he changes his clothes, and then he goes basically about selling the drugs. So I thought, and that was it. I thought, okay, this is the short film, and a while passed, and I was thinking, this is really not that believable. In that, I think the biggest problem of the script, when I talked with my friends about it, was that the question was, why would a person goes through this trouble? Like this guy's character sounded like he's just it didn't sound like he's a drug dealer or he's so desperate, and it wasn't clear why this person is bringing these drugs in. So I changed the person to be, so in the later revisions I changed the person to be just your usual the what do you call it, the Joe, the regular Joe, who is bringing, or in this case a student who's bringing in these drugs and then handing them to a dealer. But why is he doing that is because he has this debt back in Iran, and he agreed to sort of transport this amount of opium in exchange for clearing that debt, which implicated his mom. So that's where things are at now. And then another change that I made was that he uses he uses flirting with the officer, who is now a female as opposed to a male in the previous versions, to get past and distract the officer. So I'll put the links to both of the old revision and the new revision, and if you have any suggestions to make it emotionally more intense, let me know. Or if you know of any real stories of people bringing in opium, especially like immigrant types or refugee types, let me know. Thank you.